So now we're going to do our SANKOFA necklace. And what you'll see in your kit is a much longer string to use. So make sure that you're looking at the string. The long string is for the necklace, and the shorter string, of course, is for the bracelet. So I won't really have you cutting the wrong one. So what we're gonna do first is paint our SANKOFA wood piece and let it dry a little bit before we put everything together. So I think for this one, I think I want to do, I like red. I really like red. So I think we're gonna do some more red. And again, you can kind of do whatever patterns you want, right? So I like to freestyle things. I don't like to overthink it too much. And I really love patterns, so maybe I'll just stop with red right here and just have this section red. And then maybe, I know what we'll do. Maybe we'll add a little bit of orange because we haven't mixed any orange yet. So for anyone who likes mixing color and wants orange, for orange what you do is just add some red. I'm not gonna do too much red because I want this to be a really bright orange. And then really wash out your brush so that your little paint jars don't have mixed colors. And then you want to add your yellow. And then we have orange. You see how strong that red is? That's why you only need a little bit. Like a little bit will go a long way with red. So I think I'm gonna add some of the orange over here. And again, to have the color show more, you might want to let it dry and come back and add another layer. And then I think what I'm going to do is add some yellow up here. And then I'll add a little bit of that green. And the green was just some blue mixed with a little bit of yellow. And add that there. So I feel like this is really bright and summery and tropical. And then like the earrings, this has two sides. So after you paint a couple layers on this side and it looks how you want, let that dry well, because you see if you don't, the paint will come off and get onto your surface. After you let this side dry, flip it over and paint the other side so that when it's hanging off your neck, both sides are fully painted. So after you do that, you want to open your jump bead. And these jump beads are a little bit bigger than the jump beads that come with your earrings, so they might be a little bit easier to open. But if you have a tool at home to pry them open, you can use that, like small pliers. And if you don't, what you want to do is just grip. I like to use my pointer finger and thumb, and I have nails to grip it too, so use your nails too if you have them, and just grip and then pull the jump ring hook like ends in opposite directions, and that's how they'll open. And again, you want to make sure that they're open wide enough so that the width of your wood piece will fit right in there. We'll come back to that in a second. So your beads will come in this container so that they don't roll around too much. And you want to make sure that you have enough beads so that when your necklace hangs, it hangs at about mid-chest level. So again, I'm going to do the same thing as last time. I'm going to have something heavy or a piece of tape to tape down one side of my string so my beads don't roll away from me. And I'm just going to string them through like so. And of course, you can paint as many or as few of your beads as you want, and make sure that they dry properly before you try to string them. I think this design is actually mostly dry, so I'm just gonna add that one too. So you want to string half your beads before you add your SANKOFA symbol. That way, the SANKOFA will hang in the middle of your necklace and it'll be nice and even. So now what you want to do, now that you've strung the beads, you want to take the jump ring that you opened. Sometimes it's a little hard to pick up. So you want to kind of look where the hole is and push through that little open gap there. And if you have to pry it open a little bit more, you can do that. They're pretty easy to close as well, so don't be afraid to pry them open as much as you need to. But be patient and don't be too rough with the ring. So then take it, push it through like so, and then after you have it pushed through, you're gonna kind of loop the necklace under, or the string under, I should say, and then you're gonna pinch the gap closed again, like so. And what I like to do is even push it in together a little bit more like that, so that it overlaps just a little bit. That way the SANKOFA piece won't fall off and it'll be really secure in there. So that's strung, that's your middle. And then you just string the rest of the beads. And when I do crafts like this, I like to watch movies, I like to listen to music, listen to audiobooks. For those of you who like to multitask or get easily distracted, like myself, I find that doing crafts or any sort of creative activity kind of helps to focus my mind, and I like to do it while doing other things like watching TV. So even after you guys do the activities in this kit, I definitely suggest you pick up crafting as another creative outlet, especially because we've been at home so much. So it's just another fun way to pass the time. If your string is frayed at the end, you can either you can either slightly dampen it and kind of push it together, and that stops it from being frayed at the end. You can also wrap a little tape around it, or you can either put one drop of liquid glue and pinch it and let it dry so that the frayed ends come back together. But I haven't been having too much of a problem because the whole of these beads are pretty big, but just something that might help for any future beading that you do. Okay, so we're about done. So what you want to do from here is kind of measure, and again, if you have an adult or someone with you, it might be easier to get their help, but you kind of want to measure where the necklace would fall on you and decide where you would like it to kind of sit when you're wearing it. And then what I just do is I kind of use my thumb to mark where my where the necklace approximately was, and then if it's helpful, I might even take a tiny bit of paint, just a little bit, because you don't want to smudge your necklace or get any paint where you don't want it. It's just put a little marker there just so I remember, okay, that's where I tied it. And then what I like to do is use my pointer finger to kind of hold one side in place, and then similar to when you're tying your shoes, you're just going to cross, overlap, marking where you put that little mark so that you don't tie it too close to where the necklace is shorter than you wanted it to be. Hold it in place with one of your pointer fingers like that. So again, that's the same tie you would have when you're tying your shoes. And then do that one more time. Honestly, you could knot it however you want and however works for you, but this is how I normally knot when I'm making my jewelry or trying to secure anything. So again, cross, make a little cross there, and then loop the other side under. And you just have to be patient and slow and hold everything in place, because if you do it too fast, then it might not hold. Then all you're gonna do is hold, you see how I'm holding all 4 parts here with my fingers? Hold it, all 4 parts, and just pull till it's tight. Like that. And then it can be unknotted, but I close my knot pretty tightly. But if you feel like you messed up or your necklace is too short or long, you could technically try to untie it and retie it, but I'm not going to do that. And then what you would want to do, of course, is clip the ends so that this part isn't really hanging off. And then from there, you should be able to easily put it over your head, but I have hair in the way. And it will hang easily. So I'm going to take it back off so I can show you guys the final product. And you'll have, you should have extra beads in your kit, so you can have as many beads as you want up through the end. And this is just one sample of how you can design your SANKOFA necklace.